Hi, I'm Virginia, and I've been a medical copywriter for the past 4 years, and I am a pharmacist by background. I've been a registered pharmacist for 10 years. I also create YouTube videos, and I work with the Patient Information Forum. So in this video, I wanted to go through what Hemingway App is, or Hemingway Editor, because we're always recommending it for writing information that is easier to understand. So it's kind of like having a co-pilot, but I know Copilot is a AI thing now by Microsoft. So Hemingway app is something that you can just go to the website, so hemingwayapp.com, and then you can type or paste something in to get started. And then it will start to tell you what the readability grade is, and it gives you a little description here. And it will also tell you things like how many words you've got, or if there are any sentences which are very hard to read or hard to read. And then it will also look at grammar and spelling issues if you upgrade. So if you want to pay for that feature, you can. There are also something called weakeners, and I think this used to be called adverbs. So things like seamlessly or other kinds of words that are adverbs. And then it will also give you suggestions for words with simpler alternatives. And you've got this little eye symbol, which can turn each feature on and off. So I would recommend that you keep everything on. And they've also got these pro features as well, which you can put in. So let's actually type something, and I'll show you some examples of these different colors that can come up in your text. So I'm a medical writer. My name is Virginia, and I am also a pharmacist. And as I type, you can see that the grade number has gone up to grade 3. I can also put this on and off if I want to decide what grade I want to write to. That's a pro feature as well. And I like to write about first aid and travel health and make videos. I'm making this a long sentence on purpose, by the way. So now you can see the grade has really shot up to number 11. Now it's giving me feedback, okay, aim for 9. So as medical writers, you might want to aim for something like grade 5 or less. The lower the number, the better if you're writing for a patient audience, or if you're writing for a wide general audience where you want to be known for being easy to understand and you want to be accessible, so you actually communicate that health information. You can write in a more technical way for people who have a healthcare background, or they've got some level of knowledge, maybe around grade 8 or higher for those pieces of writing. So if I write, I can write seamlessly. You can see it's highlighted it in blue, so that is a weakener. If I view details, it's an adverb. And then there's also things like passive voice or qualifiers. And I can write seamlessly on Hemingway app. It is a great app to use. Help you learn how to simplify what you write. So I hope you enjoy using Hemingway app, but just take whatever it suggests with a pinch of salt, because if you decide to take all of these recommendations into account, you might end up with something that is lots of super short sentences, and that ends up being really unreadable. So for example, if I wrote, I am Virginia, I like to write, I make videos, I watch anime, this is probably not something you would want to publish because it doesn't have any rhythm to it. It's very stop and start, which can be quite jarring to read. So think about how things sound when people read them out loud as well. So it's always a good test for your writing to read it out loud. And if you have to take too many breaths to complete a sentence, then that sentence is probably too long. Or if you have to stumble over words because they're too close to each other and they're very difficult to say next to each other in your head, then you might misread it. I also recommend avoiding any negative contractions. So a negative contraction is something like I don't. Instead, you should write I do not. So write out the whole thing. You can use things like wheel or your, as long as you put the apostrophe in the right place. But generally, the lower the reading grade that you're aiming for, the fewer contractions you should use. So I hope this kind of mini super quick overview has been helpful for you. And I will see you at the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.